Look where I am now. It's not just a tunnel, but it's a tunnel that has, well, Scene from Everything Will Be Good, made in 1998, and Revenge Story. Well, the next train will come in 7 minutes anyway, so I'll just take these stairs up.
Please stay behind the yellow line on the platforms and do not hold down the tracks.
Oh, well, here my train comes right now. Now, as you may know, it's been a while since the apartment that used to stand right this area got demolished. Now they are getting rid of all the debris standing here as they prepare to install a new apartment for this area, just like the apartment that's next to mine. Well, hi anyway. So it is 10:41 a.m. and today's Thursday the 31st. So I concluded my J&J 2025 campaign after 15 episodes. Yesterday I made a visit to the aquarium at Florida and it was absolutely wonderful. Which over there you see a lot of information about undersea creatures in the Mediterranean, the Black Sea, in the Pacific, but then you also see some information about the Arctic and the rise in temperatures and how the Arctic is really melting and all that. So that's just a bunch of information there. So that's 2 years that I've done J&J vlogs. What's certain is that I will do J&J 2026, but if the plans that have been trying to work for the last 2 years now, which didn't work, if we can get it to work, then it'll be a different kind of start. So today is the investigation day for the Tesla, as we have known about what is going on with the engines and the fact that my dad had witnessed one of the Teslas causing damage basically just by going on fire, and what is the main issue behind this. Not only the vehicle itself, but also the car's chargers have a link of why it can be so destructive, especially in hot weather conditions. Because a very awkward story, at the beginning of last week, there was a case in Texas in which a Tesla charger had caused fire, and that's basically a lady that owns a Tesla, and luckily the Tesla didn't get destroyed, but the Tesla charger caused a bunch of fire, and there was another car that was damaged. That's why we're working on a project to see all the scenarios and what can cause these kinds of issues. So yeah, it's Tesla Model S that we're using for this project. I'll talk to you more about it in the coming days. So we'll take a look at it and see which part of the engine it could possibly be, if it is the back engine or whatever resources, because lithium is one of the key resources that when, and especially under heat conditions, then it can all of a sudden lead to problems. But the investigation, so that's what's going to be going on for a day or two regarding that. And that's just me speaking about it as someone who's fascinated in the idea of Tesla mobiles and its design as well. Look where I am now. It's not just a tunnel, but it's a tunnel that has a bunch of art, but all of these being from a bunch of series. Over here you see that one where a bunch of guys are going on a hike, but this is from the 2012 show Behind the Hill. This next one is, well, it's a scene from Everything Will Be Good, made in 1998, and Revenge Story, even from an older date, 1976, and Father and Son from 2005. And as you go along here, this is the art of a bunch of scenes that were from Turkish movies or series, whatever you see goes all the way there too. That one on the very left there, that's a scene from the 2011 show Losers Club. And it just goes all the way through that path. Okay, this one from Vision Telly 2001 and Clinic Istanbul 1987. Wow, that's a frightening one. A skeleton and his wife. Well, from 1967. I was going to say 1987. And Foreigner from 2013. So those are just a whole lot more bits of art. Like that's what it appears through the tunnel. And it's kind of a funny one here. It's like two guys making jokes in a taxi discussing a TV show from 2015. And a train is coming. Okay, yeah, so you can also take the T5 trains from here. That was a T5 train. And here's the rest. Oh, and there we go. That's the Losers Club. Look at the gesture though. It feels as if both of them are winners. That's another T5 right there, labeled with 601. And there's whole other films as you go. Like the entire tunnel is just a gallery of scenes from a bunch of movies. Like it'd be really cool if they would have Forbidden Love. It'd be really cool to find a picture quite like that. And the thing about this tunnel is that it is still new. The construction of it was complete in 2023, so it's only 2 years old tunnel from 2022 dry days. This was a year before this tunnel was opened. Here's one for the Hababam class, dated 1975 and from 2007 police. I haven't seen any of these turn out to have anything with romance. Well, maybe this one though, but if you look at the left of it, look at that piano, no legs from 1991. Yeah, by the way, in Latin, piano does mean quiet, so obviously this kid must be living some hella quiet days. So that's the picture right here of Fatih Karaduman, who was highly passionate in caricatures and movie making, especially animations. It was really enthusiastic in that idea of movie designing, by the way. The wind is hitting even harder at this point. Well, J&J may be over, but the adventures still go on. The heck? Well, today's the day that I would be having an online session at 3 o'clock, but my tutor's not gonna be here. Well, in fact, I had it on Tuesday already, so I just decided to take this day to go on an adventure. And look at that, there's like a traffic of birds here this afternoon. Not only on the platform, but in and around the sea. It's just interesting. Well, they're thinking, hey, it's a cool day to swim. On a day like today, when there's not a heat wave, they just flock the sea and say, hey, let's go and have a swim, let's go and have some fish to eat. And here comes the train. Yep, that's the train up here, so obviously I'm gonna miss that one. Well, the next train will come in 7 minutes anyway, so I'll just take these stairs up. Now here's one side of the bridge, but I'm just gonna go all the way up here and watch one of the trains pass by. Hopefully that would be a good timing, because there will be a train that comes in 3 minutes, but the train that I'm gonna take has 5 minutes to arrive.
Attention please. For your own safety, please stay behind the yellow line on the platforms and do not hold down the tracks.
Alright, well, here comes that train. Now I'm just gonna watch that train go. Oh, well, here my train comes. Alright, guys. Ooh, wow, I just got it. I barely got that one. That was a nice melody surprise. I want to say, when I got back on the train, there was this little kid that was playing Bella Ciao on the melodica, and I loved it. It was impressive. It was absolutely fantastic. And I want to say, I should have said this at the beginning of the vlog, but I want to say it right now. Yesterday was such a day of lasts that not only was it my last episode of J&J for the summer of 2025, but also it was the last video of that series which I put on my gaming channel, where the Angry Shark talks about a random topic, mentally cooking Thunderboy, known as the Angry Gamer. Basically is being against everything that the Angry Gamer has said, because from this point in the coming days, whenever I upload an Angry Shark video on my game channel, I will do it with the Angry T-Rex as well. And that's going to be a debate. So finally I can move on to that. And other than that, there's barely anything else for me to talk about for today. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy Friday. Have a nice Friday.